So welcome back to the IPA Doubletree Hotel in Coventry. Joined in the commentary box by fellow pro Aidan Finch. We've just got our last 16 tie between Gareth Hibbott and Rob Donkin. The last 16 of the Open, European Open, to be concluded tonight. So Gaz gets us underway, winning the lag, made a ball off the break.
Just a little bit tricky here, these. The first ball's easy on yellows, but you'd want to be reds, really.
Yeah. I think he might be taking that red to the top left corner. Just pushing the other yellow out of the way.
Played that well. You'd want that red sort of past, really. The yellow's just blocked it with that shot, but still should be able to negotiate these.
I think you can play that red off the yellow into the middle there, and so bring his white back across. If he chooses to play it that way.
Yeah, could even screw it back a bit and then leave the one bottom right.
Yeah.
Oh, it goes in the middle as well. Don't think there's going to be too many balls missed in this game. Both players like to go for it. Both players are very good at getting them, so. I think Gareth will be playing the one now into the bottom left. Or he could play the one bottom right. It's all about preference now. It's a bit of awkward queuing now. As long as he cues it in, but he's leaving the one at the other end of the table last, I think. Playing this. So he's just got to drop it in now. You don't want to be doing too much with the cue ball there. No. Now Rob's first chance.
Did he miss a pot there, Gaz?
Yeah, he left himself a bit of awkward queuing. I thought a couple of shots previous he might have played the one into the left, bottom left corner and stun over for a choice of two reds. But it was also difficult that he was leaving the red on the other side of the table as his last ball. He had to make sure that, especially with the yellows where they are, he had to be careful with his positional play.
Yeah.
But he was unlucky that he had to queue over there more than anything, but it just adds a little bit of difficulty, especially first frame.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob will be looking to make amends from after yesterday on the stream table. One he want to forget, wasn't it?
Yeah.
7-2 in front of Craig Marsh and lost the match 8-7.
Yeah, I mean, but Marshy can do that as well. He knows. He doesn't know when he's beat Marshy.
To be fair, Rob's break, just let him down.
Yeah.
From 7-2, I think he was dry every rate.
Yeah.
You just can't do that against Craig Marsh, can you?
No.
So it's all about that.
For two balls on the rail, really.
That's right. Yeah.
It's hard to negotiate, but I feel as though he might have to play a cross double on the one nearest to the black, unless he can force an angle now. But I don't think he can.
He's got great vision, hasn't he, Rob? He's
has.
a great shot maker.
Yeah, he's
tried to just nudge it out there.
Yeah.
But he's landed nice on this one, so he can screw back for the one on the bottom rail, at least.
Yeah. I think that red might have just gone in the way for a potential cross double later on.
Yeah.
Always difficult, but the way the balls were situated, Rob had no choice really but to go for something.
Yeah.
Is Rob looking at a double here?
Yeah, that's...
Or cut down the rail?
Yeah.
Cut down the rail might be the shot, 'cause if he knocks that yellow over a little bit...
No, he's missed that by a long chalk.
I think this is 1-0 Gaz now. It's always going to be difficult for Rob from there. So he shouldn't be too hard on himself, you know. Never going to be easy.
Yeah, pretty routine these for Gaz, should be.
Yeah.
Just check this one up with a bit of right inside there. Just a couple of drop-ins for take a 1-0 advantage.
One 1-0 Gaz.
Yep. And Rob to get us underway on frame 2. So how's your weekend gone, Aidan? Have you?
To be honest, I've played pretty well, just haven't got the results to show for it.
Yeah.
I played Neil Raybone on Friday.
Oh, that's a tough draw.
Well, I suppose they all are, but Neil played very well. He had 5 breaks and dishes, I had 4.
That's a good standard.
So it was a great standard of match, but Neil played very well, very consistent as normal. And then I played Ian Alley in the tour. First 7 frames, I think there was 1 missed ball. Then it got a bit, you know, bit edgy. You know, as the finishing line was approaching. You know, it's just. Yeah, neither of us played great towards the end, but the early part of the match was good.
Yeah.
And he ended up beating me 7-4.
Right.
But I'm not overly disappointed with how I've played. So
sounds very similar to my weekend, to be honest.
How'd you get on, mate?
Yeah, I lost 8-6 in the pro to Luke Sanches. I had my chance to take it to Hill.
Right.
And I had a bit of a roll off. I had to slow roll from one end of the table to the other.
Right.
Yeah, and it just veered off a tiny bit. Missed the ball completely and gave him 2 shots. So that was the end of that one. And today I lost to a lad called Rab Fee, an Irish lad.
Yeah, good player, Rab.
Yeah, I lost in a final frame decider in that one. So again, I gave myself the chance. And again came up short, but I'm not too hard disheartened. You know, if you play all right, I probably didn't play as well as I could have done early on in those matches, but I did find my game. And
it's just one of those really when you come off and you haven't done a great deal wrong, and you know it is what it is really. Nothing you can do about it. Just take it on the chin and roll on the next one. You know.
That's right. Yeah.
Looks like Rob's gonna 1-0 here.
Yeah.
Should be middle.
Should be.
Middle left corner, right corner, I presume.
Yeah. We can just stun this back a couple of inches.
Yeah. Or he could even just. Yeah, he's got options here, Rob. Up and down the table for the black in the same pocket, I presume.
Just check it up. That's perfect. So good response, break dish there from Rob.
It does you, Rob. Rob, my East London County teammate.
Is it? Yeah.
He certainly is, yeah.
When I've spoken to Rob, he hasn't got your accent though, has he? He's not. Is he from that neck of the woods? Or?
He's he's from south, sort of like Romford way originally, so it's like sort of East London, Essex sort of area.
Yeah.
And he's just moved a little bit further north now.
Right.
I'm born and bred East London.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you have to excuse the rhyming slang and the Cockney twang.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Are you a geezer? Are you a bit of a geezer?
Of course, geese.
Yeah, of course, geezer. Yeah. Yeah, we've had that many different accents on this stream, this weekend. Sat by me, I've had Lee Ray from Newcastle. And, yeah, Kev Barton said you need a translator for him.
Oh, he's a good lad, Lee.
Yeah,
good crack he is.
He is, yeah. So Gaz has made a ball.
Yeah.
Taking reds.
It's all about, for me, the yellow. The red that goes past the yellow on the left-hand side cushion. He might even take it now after this red. Try and get on it early. They do say try and get your bad balls out as early as you can. So
yeah,
it's not a bad ball, but it's what ball you want to get on. It's not ideal on this, but you might even leave it till later on in the clearance now. The way it's fell.
Yeah. Could play it in a way that his white will naturally come back out for the one over the opposite middle, but he can play it in a way that it'll cover the bag anyway.
Yeah.
Which it just turned away just a tiny little bit towards the end of that.
I'm not sure it was in, but
yeah.
I mean, Bob's in a difficult situation now regardless because of the way that red's gone.
Yeah.
Had he left a little smidge in there that he could have got the yellow past the red, then Bob's got a chance of getting back in the frame, but it's still very difficult for him. Do you reckon he might double the yellow on the top cushion there off the red in the middle?
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Bring the white round, then he's got a choice of two yellows in the same middle.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
And an opportunity then to get on this dodgy yellow down here.
That's what
Rob's looking at, I think.
I'll probably play that shot quite hard and like say he's going to kick that red down into these yellows and maybe just develop something down there.
He could even play this with a little bit, play the double with a little bit left hand side to knock his bad yellow out and then leave himself a choice of two yellows in the same middle.
Yeah, this could be a great shot. Yeah, he's got the...
That's a great effort, Rob.
Unlucky.
Deserved a bit better there, I think.
Yeah, but he's just fudged it up for Gaz down there. I think he can still see the right on one of those three.
Yeah. I think they're just a little bit awkward though.
Yeah, the other two they're not plantable, are they?
No, I don't think so.
Well, if he gets the right angle on that one, he can play it, come off the cushion and just kick one out.
Yeah.
So.
Even the left-hand side red of the three might go in the left corner. So if you get on that, you could play this. Always play that a bit hard, I think. I'm not sure he's on anything now.
I think does it plant and then
clip off it?
Yeah, clip off it. Yeah, I think he's just looking at that now.
Yeah, could do. The white's travelling a bit more than he'd like, but if it's the only shot you've got, it's the only shot you can play. So.
No, he's
using the other one.
Yeah, he's just chosen to tie it up, I think.
Giving Rob a chance now.
Yeah, it's not a bad chance either, really.
No, if you can just clip this one in the middle, white comes round. You've got options of yellows then after that, really. You can.
He's got some good balls up there to play safe as well.
Yeah, you've even got an option of once you pop this yellow, then it opens that side. Then you can play a plant on the one on the right hand to the right side middle later on in the clearance. You might even be playing this to knock it out.
No, that's a great shot. Yeah,
shot Roberto. So now he's still got the same option there of playing this and then the plant and coming down.
He's got himself in a good position now. Because he just drops that one and then screws across, takes the one up to the top left, and then he's naturally going to be on the 2 to the opposite middle. And
he could screw it, or he could just drop this dead weight. And now play it to come across to the left side of the table, have your choice of yellows.
Yeah.
You could screw across, you could come up and down. I think screw's the best option here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well played.
Perfect.
Just playing for areas and options all the time. I mean, Rob also was a professional snooker player, so...
Was he?
Yeah.
So it's useful then.
He knows his areas and options.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that Rob was, I think he was under 21 English amateur champion.
Right.
Back in the day, beating a certain Mr. Sean Murphy in the final.
Right, okay. Yeah. It's a good finish that from Rob.
And it all come from that attacking option of doubling down and hitting that red.
Yeah.
He got a little bit lucky with the way the reds fell towards the bottom right-hand side of the table, but you need that. You just need those little things to go for you. Fortune favours the brave sometimes.
That's right. So Rob to get us underway in frame 4, leading 2 frames to 1. Just going to see if we can get the chat up and answer any questions if you got any for myself or Aidan.
Pool related questions preferably, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
It's not open forum.
No approximate. There's no referee. They do have a referee for the final, and there are referees on the floor. So you know, if you need one, there is one to hand, or actually a couple of trained referees. As Rob's just come up dry there, so.
I think it's either colour here for Gaz.
Yeah.
Just what way you go around it, really. I think I'll be going reds personally, just because of that yellow near the blue spot, as is on the snooker table. Clearly isn't a blue spot there.
Yeah.
I think, that's the one for me. Come down, then play the red into the middle, which is nearest to the blue spot. Oh, I'm not sure. You might have to take this into the one in the bottom right corner now. Come back up.
Yeah, I want his best shot, wasn't it?
No, I think he wants to come a little bit further down there.
Yeah, he's forced into taking that. He'd have liked to have left that to his last ball, really, for natural position on the black. And now
he's cued that really well.
Yeah, he's in a good position now.
He play to nudge into the yellow to leave himself red into the top left, or
a couple of ways he could go about this.
Yeah, he could even play the one top left if he wanted to. Now he's got options. I think that's the shot there, because if he plays it right, the yellow clears away from all the reds, and then you've got options.
Yeah, I think
that's
he's
what you try and do, isn't it, in this situation?
Yeah, I think he's just being mindful not to push his red into another yellow, or and leave it stuffed. So
as long as he hits that one just above the baulk line, the yellow.
Yeah.
So if he plays like red onto yellow onto red, and that red hits that yellow, he should have a choice of 4, really.
Yeah.
There you go. Stuck to it.
That's what I was thinking.
I think he's still okay.
Yeah.
I think he's alright there. I think he can play middle, top right corner, and I think that one passes into the left middle.
Yeah. Lee Anderson. Evening, Aiden. You geezer.
Nice one, Lee Mielson.
Is that Lee that used to play on the tour?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told by me mate I'm talking posh.
Yeah.
You having a laugh? I don't do posh, son.
Aiden, do you miss the PPPO? I don't understand that one.
That was the Professional Pool Players Organisation back in the day, yeah. My first event was in 2002 in the World Championships in Shetland Islands. Yeah, so, yeah, 15 years ago.
Right.
I had less grey hair then.
Yeah, you're showing your age now.
Yeah, I know, mate, yeah. Meantime, Gareth dishing up efficiently. Yeah, the PPO days were great. They were a great crack. There's a great set of lads, as well as a really, really good tournament, every tournament. Yeah, they were good days. They were good days of 3PO. It was, the pool was, and the social side was equally as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, great crack.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you from the old tour, you know, many moons ago. I was on and off it, and I remember you were quite relatively young then.
Blimey, that must have been a while ago.
It was, yeah. Well, I'm 43 now, so.
Yeah, I'm 37.
Yeah.
I've been playing donkey's years.
Yeah, yeah.
Since the first county finals, really. I played my first England under-21 event in 1999 in Coleraine.
Right, yeah.
So then progressed from there.
Oh,
we'll win off.
Mistake. We have to put that as an unforced error when you screw straight in off the break.
I think Rob's going to go reds here. I think he's going to play yellow into the top left corner with the plant and then go reds.
Yeah.
They all go. Yeah, we actually ended up winning the World Championships that year as well in 2002.
Cool. So we've got a world champion in our midst.
He won it 2 years after as well.
Yeah.
Best I ever done in the singles was the semi-final of the World Championships. There's 2008.
Yeah. That's good going.
Yeah. I played a lot more then than I do now.
Yeah. Have you got kids?
I have a lovely daughter.
Yeah.
Who's going to be 4 in October.
Yeah, I've got, well, my daughter's 4. I've got a 2-year-old boy and a 4-year-old girl. Well, that's not come out brilliant.
I think Rob wanted to go yellows to get rid of that red there away from the yellows and then play the plant on the yellow, whereas I think I'd have played the plant on the yellow and gone reds.
Yeah.
It's still there for Rob, but it's not as easy as it could have been. Just got to be careful he's not too straight on the yellow after he plays this yellow in the left hand side.
Yeah.
He wants to be coming down table next shot, so As long as you can get in between the red and the black after he puts this yellow, gets a decent angle, you'd fancy Rob to take these out. This is actually quite a key shot in the frame.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just
wait to kiss that full in the face, didn't he? And
yeah. Even if he'd have come past, I think it'd have been okay there as well. But that's pretty much the only place he didn't want to be at that particular time. I don't know if he's got the angle to fetch this red out on the bottom, or like first shot. I think he has got a slight angle. I think he can top into it and try and get it out. Should be on the red in the middle if he doesn't.
yeah.
I think he is trying to... Well, I don't know if he is or he isn't trying to knock that out now, the way he's looking. He might even just clip off this red and go safe.
Yeah, I think he's looking at the safety option now.
It's definitely the percentage shot.
Yeah. Early stages in the match, but every shot, every frame's important in the context.
Definitely.
So he's just taking his time.
As you know yourself, there's just... You don't get many chances, so sometimes you feel as though you have to take them, like, sort of go for it maybe too early sometimes, just to... Oh, it's a great shot there.
He's a bit unlucky with the
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky. Played it very well though. I think he have to play this top corner now to give himself a decent angle on this bottom red. Top right hand corner.
But Gaz, like Rob, has got quite a rich snooker background, so he's pretty good with these sort of shots. Oh, give it the curse there. So, missed pot from Gaz. Didn't expect him to miss that, to be honest.
No, I didn't, to be fair, but yes, they're never easy, but they're ones, obviously, the player as consistent as Gaz, you expect him to get them more often than not.
Yeah, I think it was just the fact that he was just digging down on it just to hold for the other red. That's what caused him to miss that. If he can play it playing ball, he gets them 9 times out of 10.
I think so, yeah.
And he's a pretty simple now for Rob. Regain the lead.
Yep, he's got a slight angle there, so a little screw back, play the other yellow in the same pocket and the black probably in the top left.
Yeah.
Breathe in, Rob.
It's a nice shot and pretty straightforward. Black to take a 3-2 advantage.
3-2, Rob. Great, now they've got the stats and everything available on the...
That's right, yeah, we'll just show the viewers there. So already Gaz has had 3 missed pots, which is unlike him, and 1 unforced error.
Yeah.
As opposed to Rob's only had missed 1 pot. He's had 1 dry break, which I think was Gaz's reverse dish there. Gaz not had a dish of his own yet, off his own break, so still early days in the match. But Rob getting
look at that
6
cue
on the
ball
way.
straight up and down. That's exactly what you want when you're playing.
Yeah,
And he's no friends, as they say.
It's a great break as well, wasn't it?
That's the absolute killer when you're playing and you hit the ball so well. Cue ball goes exactly where you want it to go, and you get no reward.
Yeah.
You've got fancy Gaz here for these reds now.
Yeah.
Yep. Going after the one nearest to the rail first. I think he'll just drop this in, only rest on the other red. Leave himself on the red into the left-hand corner.
Yeah, leave himself a choice here, I think. If you just float through, you can take the one up to the middle.
Yep. Choices now.
Not sure if he's using it, but I know he's changed his cue recently.
Oh, right, okay.
Gaz, yeah, he's using one of Tiger cues. I think he's had it a while, but you know he's bitten the bullet. You know, started practicing with it, and I played him in. I practiced with him in his man cave at the back of his house during the week, and he was just losing position with it, because those little traces aside and things like that just reacts a little bit different to what you used to. So.
Yeah. Is it blue cloth as well in the man cave?
Yeah, he's got it's the same. It's an 860 version of this, so it's very, very similar.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of difference. I think it was more of the 860 was the 9-ball Simonis.
Right. Okay.
So, but yeah, very similar to this.
Not ideal, but Gaz still should get this.
Yeah.
There we go.
So another reverse dish there from Gaz.
Rob will feel a little bit aggrieved by that. Obviously, the cue ball could not have gone any better. That's exactly what you want when you're breaking like that. You go straight down the table. You want the white to come straight up and down, which it's done. And yeah, no reward. That's the frustration with this game sometimes, but and it's part and parcel of the game.
And you just know now Gaz is going to break this here, take the lead, and you've done nothing wrong. All you've done is, you've hit the pack well, like you say, you've controlled the white, you've had and then you go behind in the game. It is frustrating, but something you just have to accept.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, they've split nice as well.
Yeah. Uses a break cue, Gaz does, and like a lot of the pros do nowadays.
I think a lot of people do now. Yeah, I mean, I do, because the original cue I had, the tip was very small, so when I was breaking with it,
definitely
the ferrule was just weakened all the time.
Yeah. I've just had to have a re-ferrule of my cue. Not from breaking with it, but just from because it's so fine. When you're pumping balls in all the time, it just weakens the around the ferrule.
Yeah.
So, especially when you're breaking with them.
Yeah, definitely. So yellow's the order of play.
I think he'll just play this, top it through, and just try and nudge that yellow a bit further down. It's still got the opposite middle.
I'm not sure what order he's going with these, just because obviously I don't think any of the yellows go in this bottom right hand corner except the one nearest to the middle, so you just got to be, mind your work a bit here, be a bit careful. You could even play this one in the corner and leave the yellow long to cover the pocket if he misses. That white is...
Yeah,
he's done well to get it down that far.
Yeah, he's just got it below that black line. So.
Yeah, I think he's got this in the middle now, and then just trying to hold for the other yellow in the bottom bottom left hand corner. Sorry.
I think he was looking at the angle that it was going to bump into the red. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, wasn't a big fan of that shot.
Yeah.
But
plays that a little bit softer, it would have been okay, but it's just run away a little bit. So.
Yeah. When you're running into balls, anything can happen really. I mean, obviously, you try and control it, but you can't do it every time. Do you reckon they might play this one in the left middle and then come up near the right hand middle pocket and then play the yellow in the top right? Or?
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Yeah, the shot here now is a straight yellow up to the top left, isn't it? Could just stun it. You could just stun it where it is, really. But
it's all about that ball in the right hand side. When to get on it, because you don't want to be leaving it last, really, either.
No. There's no natural position for the black, is there? So. Yeah, I could do with leaving the left middle till last.
Yeah. That's why I'd be tempted to play the one in the left middle now and then get on that one next shot.
No.
I think that's what he played, but it didn't make the pot.
Yeah.
I think the red passes the yellow in the left middle as well. So Rob's got a chance here. If he can play that, come down for the one in the balk end, leave an angle on the one in the right hand middle to clip into these two reds. I think that's how far ahead he's thinking.
Did he get a bit lucky then?
He did. Yeah.
He tapped the table.
Yeah, it went past, but he's managed to flick it in off it. And now you've got to make the most of that little bit of fortune now. It's all well and good getting it, but it's doing something with it afterwards.
No, has he got a nice little angle there to? Is he going to play off the other one? Yeah, he's going to play off this one. So.
I think I would have still played the one he's playing now last shot, because then if he'd have flicked the top red, he still would have had that as an option later on. Whereas now it's a bit guts or glory. These blacks come out nice though.
Yeah, absolutely. It's plumb really. It can just roll this through. Red on and off the cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had a little bet in this for this event?
I haven't, mate. No.
Not seen the coral outright betting.
Right. What for the Open?
Yeah, Rob's always quite a tasty prize, because he's a capable player, as you know.
Very much so, yeah.
Did he make a semi-final or a final not long ago?
I think he made 2 semi-finals in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Semi-final of a pro event this year, also in Cardiff. So he does get to the business end, so to speak. So who do you fancy for the Open then?
I put my money on. I've got Jordan Shepherd for the Open, and I've got Neil Raybone for the Pro. Just because for the value, really. Because good prizes. Neil Raybo was 20-1 to win the pro.
Wow.
And Jordan was something like 18-1 to win the.
That's a very big price on Neil.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you know, he's a capable player.
Yeah, very much so.
He's won events on the IPA before, so. Ooh.
Rob's just struggling with his break at the moment.
He is, yeah.
It's not that he's not hitting them well enough, it's just he's not getting any balls down.
Gaz has got that yellow nearest the left corner. He can develop the other yellow with that one. If you can, presuming it'll take. So that reds if the red that he's closest to goes into the bottom right, he can develop the other one. So
yeah, I'm not sure that one goes. If you look on camera 7, I think it's covered.
Yeah,
just slightly.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, I think he would have been going reds. But maybe he's looking now at playing the one into the corner, then coming up, playing the red in the middle to knock them out. Yeah.
So what do you reckon now? Do you reckon he's going to top this through and break him up?
If he's got, I think that's the way forward, because he should be on.
Oh, he's missed it completely.
Yeah,
but he's got a bit lucky. He's landed on that one. But I think that's definitely due down to his new cue, and just hasn't got that fine control like you do with the cue you've played with for a long time.
Yeah, definitely. He might even just play a containing shot here, flick off the right hand side of the two reds and stick the white in behind the red on the right hand side rail. We could still go, but it's a bit tricky the way the cluster of 3 is there.
Yeah, we've got Danny Jones on the chat saying the winner of this match will win the event for you. Well, there's no reason why either of these can't win. Both more than capable. I mean, Gaz has been in the winner's circle several times before.
Yeah. He'd be disappointed with that there, Gareth. I think if he'd have got that snooker there, it makes it difficult for Rob, but now Rob's actually got a chance of going game.
Yeah.
He's all right there, Rob.
Yeah. Okay. I think what I'd be looking to do now is just come down for that yellow over the left middle to develop that other one and get that done as early as I can rather than leaving it late.
Yeah. I think he's got a slight angle now.
Yeah.
I think he wanted more angle, so it's natural to go into it. Now you've got to manufacture the angle rather than it being there. But I think also when you make the contact onto the cluster, they don't move as much, so you rely on a little bit of luck for this yellow to come out.
Right.
But if he hits the yellow flush, it should flick off the red and push towards the pocket.
Yeah, I think I'd be looking to arc it in,
I think he's playing it with the right hand side, so he uses the. There you go. Uses the ball just to hold.
Fudge the other one. Oh, that's unlucky.
It's unlucky, but I don't think he's going to be too disappointed. If he cuts this in top on the left hand side, comes the bottom cushion to leave himself the angle to cut the one into the corner and knock it out straight away.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that's what he's looking at there.
Yeah. He's guaranteed to be on the other one.
Yeah, I mean, he's got one out, one got covered, but I think he's got more chance of getting the other one out. I think this was the key one to get out of anything, really. Yes, he's covered another ball, but...
Looks like he's trying to get it out now, does it? No. That's a good shot.
He'll play this with top and left-hand side still.
Yeah.
Knock it out, but as we said with the previous shot with Gaz, it's not as easy to come out. So that's why he played a containing shot. Rob can't do that now, he has to go.
What's he saying? Oh, he's gonna go last now.
So now it's all about going cushion first. Cushion first, it will come out. You just don't want to hit it flush on the way through. Punch it, cushion first. Should have a shot. There you go.
Yeah. Does it pass? I don't think it passes to the bottom. Does it go to the middle? Can you see enough of it to go to the middle?
I don't think it can go in the... I'm not sure it goes in the middle. He might be able to get it in the corner. He's actually unlucky if he's not on either. I think he can play it in the corner, but it's very difficult to tell from here.
Yeah.
I think
he's going to be shaving that other ball.
I think he's lining it up for that corner.
Yeah, that's a great
Played
shot.
really well and at great pace.
Yeah. So, one more good pot to keep himself in the lead. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was in.
Yeah.
It's not easy for Gaz with the black being covering that bag. Obviously with two reds there.
All you want is a chance in that situation now. You've in your mind you've pretty much resigned to have lost the frame, so anything now is a bonus really.
Yeah. There's nowhere really safe for Gaz to be able to.
No, not with the black over the pocket, as far over the pocket as it is.
So I think about be just looking to further this red in and then screwing back behind them. I think that's the only.
Yeah, I think he's just wanting to be a little bit off straight, whereas now he is a little bit straight. As if he was off straight, he could have just dropped it in, then left the angle. Now I think he's got it's an exaggerated angle, so he has to sort of just stun it in, a little screw it back. Yeah. You really have to cue these well to get back that far.
It's tough, yeah. He's got to really get into the bottom of this white, hasn't he?
Definitely. I think he knows that he's only going to have the top red to get on. It's not as if he's got a choice of two reds to get on, so
yeah,
it's tough.
Oh, he's missed it. Well, he didn't get back as far either. As he'd like, so. Very uncharacteristic like of Gaz. He's missed 5 pots now in this match.
That was always tricky though there, because he knew he had to really get into that cue ball to bring it back far enough to get on that top red of the two. As I say, it was a shot before really where he was just a little bit straight in the middle. If he'd left himself a slight angle, then he could have come further across, but oh, he meant those. He meant those.
Didn't he just?
That is a break of frustration there.
Yeah, and the yellows look good here.
Yeah, I think he'll play the plant first shot if it goes past that red. I presume it does. Oh, he's played the red into the yellow, so I think he might have to play the yellow, which is blue spot now, and then play the other yellow off the red.
Yeah,
into the right hand side.
Yeah.
And then think about leaving the one nearest to the yellow nearest to the middle pocket last for the black. Oh, it flew by. I thought he might have had to play that off that, but it flew by.
Yeah.
So now you play probably for the red on the baulk line now, don't you? Just as a bit of a buffer.
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit right hand side, yep, lovely.
Great shot. Yeah, and just a bit of side just to bring this white.
Yep, avoid the middle pocket. He's low, but that's fine. You can top this through the left hand side. Looking at playing it long, it's a big pocket long as well. It's just personal preference now.
Yeah, I don't think he can miss it long, can he? You know, with the.
I think he can play it either way, really. He's not too fussed.
That's nice.
I think now he's got to play it a lot more cushion first than he would have wanted to. Oh yeah,
straight in.
Some of that.
Touch that. So it's a first break dish for Gaz.
I thought he'd just left himself a potential in off there, but slapped it in.
So just have a look at those stats, and obviously those 5 missed pots, and only 1 break dish for each player. Gaz has had 2 reverse dishes, but obviously because of Rob's dry breaks, he's been opening them up well, but
yeah,
not getting one.
Same as what happened against Craig Marsh.
That's
from
right.
7-2 up.
That's right. Yeah.
Couldn't buy a ball off the break, and at this level, it's brutal. It's so cruel, but that's the game.
Yeah. And as you can see, Gaz has potted off 4 of his breaks, so his conversion rate for his break dishes has been pretty poor, but I'd say on the balance it's probably about the right scoreline, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think Rob's looked better in the balls than Gaz so far in this match, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a few, as you say, you know, uncharacteristic misses from Gaz, but I think Rob's looked pretty solid when he's been in.
It's just his break that's...
It's just his break that's let him down, really. So I think that's what he'll be thinking in his chair. It's just more a case of, you know, I'm not playing bad. You know, I'm pretty much taking chances when they're there. It's just I need that little bit of fortune off the break.
Yeah. Stephen Lambert, good evening.
Have we had any more questions there, Andrew?
Yeah, just having a look at the chat now. Why is Gareth using a new cue? Says Joe Monaghan. Well, I think I've seen his old cue, and the end. The tip end was getting very, very small and fine, which it does do after time. You know, a little bit of sandpaper here and a little bit there, and it was getting so fine. I think he decided to just go up a tip size, like about 1 mil. So this new cue, I think he was using something like about a 6.8 or 7 mil. It was so fine. I think he's gone up to just about an 8 mil now. So still small to a lot of people, but probably seems quite big to him. What size tip do you use, Aidan?
Well, first of all, I think great break there from Rob. I think yellows are gone.
Has he got one there, yeah?
Yeah, I think yellows are gone here. My original cue was just over a 7 mil. Hunt no burn cue, which was pretty much my right arm for 18 years. And then pro cut balls kicked into play, and yeah, I couldn't use that cue with the weight of the ball. It just wasn't working. So now I'm just over a 9 mil. Yeah, I think that's better off with the Pro Cup balls for me personally.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Someone like Sheppy, for example, his
That's
cue looks like a toothpick.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big jump up, isn't it? From for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but I feel as though it was a change I had to make considering the weight of the balls.
Got more of a snookery ball type weight, aren't they?
Yeah, I think you've got more control with the bigger tip, with the heavier ball. So I thought I'd go for that, and yeah, see how we go. I've just changed my cue. I've only played my new cue 3 times now. I've got a Robert Osborne cue now.
Is he Robert Osborne? Is he a cue maker? Is he?
Yes, mate. Yeah, back in the day, he was part of Hunt and O'Byrne with Will Hunt, and their cues were amazing. Really good. So I've gone for Robert Osborne now, which is very similar to my initial cue I had when I first started playing.
Yeah. So I've just got to negotiate this black. Do you think he'll take the black into the same pocket?
I think so, yeah. You try and just play for the baulk line now, I think. Use that as a guide. Yeah.
Just cueing over a little bit and just makes it...
I think he's alright here though, Rob. I think he's fairly straight. If it's at an angle, it's a bit more difficult, but I think he's quite straight, so pushing it.
No, that was just because I think he was cueing over that ball.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I fancied him for that.
Yeah, I did, but just makes them pots just a little bit more tricky than it should.
Yeah. And Rob's eventually got a decent break, and he'll be kicking himself now that he hasn't cleared those. Because that's what you're thinking when you have got the break. Come on, get a decent one here. I haven't heard him so far.
I know, and then he gets one, and then that happens.
I was surprised he went for the nudge there, Gaz. I think the right-hand side of those 2 reds goes. I thought he might have played onto that, then played the one next to it, then come down for the 2 on the bottom cushion there, and then come back up.
He might play the same one with this one.
I think now he could play to knock it out, or come up and down and play the other red. Yeah, see, that's the way.
That's lovely. Yeah. Not sure if that black's needs a bit of developing, but
it goes. It's just getting on it, I think. I think it definitely goes. It's just a case of trying and get right behind it there, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't want to leave yourself too much to do. And this will hurt Rob as well, considering the break he's had. I think it's left middle now, then bottom right, then leave yourself a decent angle on the one in the bottom left, with bottom and left hand side potentially, or screwing straight back to get as close behind that black as possible.
Yeah. Just a question from Adam Kirk: where can you see the draws live scores? Well, if you go on to qscore.com and just have a little fiddle around on there, you'll find the draws, and the scores are pretty up to date. They do every now and again. You have someone sweeping the room, just collecting a few scores to input them. So yeah, that's qscore.com. Meanwhile, Gaz has got one of these. I hate these, because you've just got to get them to just fall in, haven't you?
Yeah, I like what he's
like that, and it's not foul, but he's...
I don't think he's played it. I don't think it was in, to be honest. He's played to drag it to hold the line, but I don't think it was in.
Yeah.
He's pushed it across the pocket rather than in towards the pocket.
So this black just don't want to go in.
Well, now it's one of those there. Do you play the up and down? I think you've got to, haven't you? You don't want to come across the table and risk the in off. I think you've got to come up and down a bit of right hand side. Do you, in these scenarios here, playing up and down, do you like to go cushion first, or do you like to play the ball?
I'd like to play the ball, but he's yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
shot.
well played.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Well played.
With it hanging so much in the pocket, it made that shot a bit easier, didn't it?
Yeah. And Rob will be very relieved after missing the initial break.
Yeah.
And Gaz will think, well, missed opportunity there.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he was well enough behind it. I think he just, where he's dragged it, he's either played a bit of side on it or whatever, and it's come away from the pocket rather than in the pocket.
Yeah.
So 5-4 Rob Donkin.
Yeah. I expect another monster break here from Gaz when he gets one.
Yeah.
If you watch him, I mean, I wish you could just put a slow motion on that break, but he just gives that his shoulder a little bit of, there's a little bit of jerk just as he makes contact, just to get that little bit of extra power.
Yeah.
Similar to like the American pool players when they break at 9 ball, because you need that power. None better than those sort of like Filipinos, like your Francisco Bustamante and people like they can really use the body, and they're only slight men, aren't they? But
the back leg comes up.
That's it. Yeah, really throw the body into it. Yeah, he wanted to get a thicker contact on that black, kick the black out and leave himself on those two down to the bottom, but now he's I don't know what he's got here. I think he's only got a plant.
I think so, yeah. I think he's got to play a plant.
These aren't easy with the distance.
No.
No,
you
he
can
can go past it.
I think that's why his hand went up. He sort of half apologised. I didn't know if it was an apology or not, but obviously he was, he was on it. The gentleman's sport that we are.
Yeah.
Played that well. There might be a bit of distance between the white and the next red, but it'll actually help a little bit, I think, so he can hold the white on the rail for the last red. He could punch across, he could drop it in.
Yeah, I think I might be tempted to screw this across. He's choosing to take the...
I wasn't a fan of that. I wasn't a fan of that shot. I mean, he's still got control of the table, but for me, you kind of backed out the clearance a little bit there.
Yeah. Can we just have a look at camera 4 and just see if he's... Camera 4, Dave? Just, it's just offline, that yellow that he's next to.
If he could make that pot and career into those reds, maybe open that pocket up, then it opens the frame.
Might just be able to do that.
These are very difficult to judge when you're that close to the ball.
He's just having a wipe of the hands. I think he's waiting for a ref, actually.
Yeah, talking about 9 ball. It's good to see Jason Shaw back for the Glasgow tour last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jason, former Blackball world champion.
Yeah. Great player.
Top guy, great player.
He's in some form as well at the minute, isn't he? He's just mopping up everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm really pleased for him as well. I remember years ago when he was in Jersey and he was like a kid, and any spare table that there was sort of match had finished, he'd be on, and he'd be mopping all the balls up, and then he'd be called off. And brilliant. Yeah. That was great to see him doing well. Good luck to you, Jason.
Whoa!
Oh no!
He made Gazzy's ball, but his own got stopped in its path. So
yeah.
So he's presented a bit of a chance here for Gazzy, but he's obviously going to take Rob's red out of the equation over the bottom left first. So kind of feel harsh giving a missed pot to Rob, but he did go for the pot and missed it, but it's just unlucky. Oh, what's he saying here? Is he going to put, I think he's going to put red onto black, get the black out. Oh no, I
think he's on reds, isn't he, Gaz?
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right. Yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah, so he's
when we call for the referee and that was
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because he was next to that yellow.
Yeah,
big shot this one.
Oh, he did not hit that because he didn't want that white to hit the yellow.
Yes.
And now he's basically put the black in a difficult position again. And Rob will be feeding off this. Rob will be. He'll know that Gaz is not 100% on his game at the moment.
I'll say he'll get this now. I'm plumb on this black down the rail. Oh.
And he's pulled a difficult yellow off. Well, not difficult, but it's made the clearance easier. And I think Rob should take these out now. If he plays the yellow in the top left, leaves an angle on the one in the middle, so he can just nudge the yellows down towards the bottom left corner pocket.
Yeah, he's got a bit of license to go for these, hasn't he? You know,
definitely. As long as you hit this first yellow into the other yellow, you're guaranteed to be on the yellow in the middle. Then you've got balls to knock that black out if you needed to. Or there we go.
Yeah, and he's got that red. The yellow to the opposite corner. He can bring the black out if he chooses to.
Yeah. He doesn't have to, but
no.
It's just a case, if you're, you can easily get behind it, or, especially where the red's fallen as well.
I always, in making that decision, it'll always be, if I'm going to land on the ball, I'm pretty much guaranteed to be on another ball.
Yeah.
I'll play that shot,
Yeah.
With this one, he'd be unlucky not to land on another ball, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would be unlucky. It's a question of pace. As long as he doesn't hit it too hard, he'll still be on a yellow. If he hits it too hard, he could clip off it and then come further down. But yeah, he's fine there, Rob. Drop this one in the left corner.
Yeah.
And yellow in the middle. Left middle, and then probably black in the top right.
Black could be anywhere, couldn't it? Really?
I think the natural line. He's coming on this.
Oh, just enough.
To be honest, I thought the white was travelling further down table. Than that,
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, well played, Rob.
Good shot.
A little bit of right hand side there just to bring it up.
So, opens up a 2-frame advantage.
Oh, it's done. Must be done. Must we have...
Is that it?
Must be, yeah.
Have we missed a frame?
Maybe haven't put a score up somewhere or whatever, but yeah, that's definitely a handshake.
All right.
Yeah.
Well...
That's it.
Apologies out there if we've scored this wrong, but yeah, looks like match is over. Well done to Rob Donkin. He's getting himself through to the last 8 quarterfinals now of the Open. So shouldn't be too long before we get another stream game going. And thanks to Aidan for joining me in the commentary box and keeping me company, because it's not easy doing this on your own.
Pleasure, sir. Pleasure.
Yeah, cheers, Aidan. And we'll catch you soon. Cheers.
All the best.